Hello and welcome back to Twinstrology. I'm Marla Kelly and this is your Divine Love Twin Flame Energy Report. And this is going to be from the Gemini new moon, which is May 25th, and it's going to take us to the full moon in Sagittarius, which is on June 9th. So from now till about June 8th or so. And we have a lot of important energy going on this week, so I'm excited to talk about it. But first, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's liked, commented, and shared my videos, who's liked my Facebook page, and who has signed up for our conference that we're doing in Chicago, which is called Twin Flames Together. If you haven't heard about this before, I'm going to be doing a conference January 29th. To July 2nd. It's going to be me with Dio Veselinov, Kalina Melnar, Debbie Dubois, Negla El-Shemi, and Terry Wilson. It's going to be the 6 of us for the weekend with you. Seats are limited, so we'd love to have you join us. This is going to be a great weekend for getting together with a bunch of other twins and really shifting yourself. You know, the energy's been really intense, and I tell you, the second half of the year is not going to be easier. It's going to be getting much stronger. We're about 2.5 months, a little less than 2.5 months away from the next eclipse season, which is in August. This is a big year, right? It's the year of 1 year of manifestation. If you need help, there's no better way than for you to join us. If you've never been with a bunch of other twins before, it's an experience. It truly is. So if you would like more information, I will post a link in the notes, and you can also find information on my Facebook page. And I was looking at the chart for that weekend, and it's a great chart, and it's especially active for comparing it to my own chart. So I know that I myself am going to be doing a lot of shifting along with you guys. But for example, Pallas is going to be conjunct Uranus that weekend, and that is all about awakening your third eye, as well as there's an aspect coming up that I'm going to talk about today, and the asteroid union is going to be conjunct the south node, and that transit is going to be really big for helping us shift out of the old into the new energy. So I hope to see you guys there. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can visit my website, which is twinstrology.com. I do both astrology and tarot readings, and I would love to assist you in that way. All right, let's get down to business. Gemini new moon just happening tomorrow, May 25th. And it's at 4 degrees, 47 minutes of Gemini. Of course, a new moon, when the sun and the moon meet up, join each other, and this is new beginning energy, start of a new cycle, a time to plant your seeds of what you want to manifest. Now, this new moon is going to be very special for twin flames because it is in the sign of Gemini, which is the twins. Gemini represents duality and two opposing forces being brought together. So does that remind you guys of anything? Yes, twin flames, two opposing forces, the masculine and feminine energy. And if we look at the masculine and feminine energy in itself, you know, we're talking about, well, let me not go too far ahead. Okay, I got to stick with my notes. Otherwise, I'm going to get lost because I have a lot of things to say. So two opposing forces. Okay, we have the intellect versus beliefs. Material versus spiritual. Conscious versus unconscious. This is bringing a balance of the masculine and feminine as we have yet to experience. We have been separated long enough to experience both sides. You know, we've experienced the duality. Now we can understand it. And we can understand that there really is no true separation. There is no light, dark, no good, bad. Everything is just a reflection of its other half. So yes, we are balancing the masculine and feminine like we have yet to balance up until now. It's a very exciting time because coming into union necessitates the balance of the masculine and feminine, starting with that balance within yourself. If there are still imbalances within you, this is likely a time where it's going to be shown to you. Now, most people are trying to move more into their feminine energy because the feminine has been denigrated for a very long time. So even, you know, people think that if you're a female that you automatically embody the feminine energy. That's not true. We're all a blend of the masculine and feminine. So you can be a female and you can be mostly in masculine energy. If we look at the difference between the masculine and feminine, the feminine is receiving, the masculine is giving. The masculine is action, the feminine is allowing. The masculine is mental, the feminine is intuition. The masculine is hard, the feminine is soft. And so what we have valued in society up till now has been the masculine. It's been taking action. It's been pushing. It's been giving. It's been using our mind. It's been using logic. And the feminine principles have not been honored, which is just allowing things, receiving things, using your intuition. And so that, I find that most people have more trouble bringing in their feminine side. And I've been talking about this for a while and how in order for your manifestations to come to you, you have to be in that place of being able to receive them, being in your feminine energy. And it takes your intuition as well. Because what you're trying to manifest cannot be seen right now. If you try to access it with your logical mind, it can't work, because it's not coming from a place of logic. It's coming from the intuitive side. Let me just take a minute to talk about receiving, actually. I was thinking about making a separate video, but I think I'll just include it here. Because I was talking to a friend and I explained how I see receiving to her, and she said she had never thought about it like that. So how I like to picture receiving is the Ace of Cups. And we have a cup, and usually this is portrayed by water being poured into this cup from heaven or from the universe, however you want to see it. But if that cup is full, what happens? The water just runs over the side. It can't hold anymore. So what you need to do is empty your cup. You have to create the space to receive the new or to receive more. So all those things that are old relationships, old thoughts, old belief systems, old emotions, get rid of those. Empty your cup. And then you can allow yourself to receive more. But it's also about stepping back. And I kind of talked about that on my letting go video. Stepping back and just allowing things to come to you. You don't need to push for things right now. It's about being soft and being flexible right now, rather than pushing. So we're doing a lot of healing of karma at this time too, and healing karmic imbalances with men and women, or with your masculine and feminine side. That will be something that you'll likely be working on if you're having trouble balancing the masculine and feminine still. So for example, if you've got issues with your father, you may need to heal those in order to balance out your inner masculine and feminine. And the major point of balancing out the masculine and feminine is because when you do this, when you have, when they're equal within you, this is when you're in your power. And you're perfectly, you know when to do both, when to use one side, when to use the other. And you're able to speak your truth, and you're able to stand up for yourself, and you're able to feel protected. And standing in your power is going to be really important going forward and going into union as well. Okay, so Gemini also rules communication. And the message that I've got very clear around this new moon is about how powerful your words are and needing to be very conscious of how you are speaking, the words you use, the tone of your words. It doesn't have to just be spoken though, it can be written words as well. Words are spells, don't forget, and words can bring healing. Many have been going through throat changes, and there's still activations going on. There's going to be throat activations through this energy. I know, like around where I live, allergies have been really bad, and there's been a lot of sinus congestion and coughing and sore throats, and I've been having all of that myself. Speaking your truth, okay? And do you have someone that you need to speak to in order to heal a situation? We'll go more into this as we go along. But yes, now is definitely a good time to speak up. And you may feel like you have a message that you want to share. Gemini is also the sign of being a teacher. So you may have something to share in maybe a teaching capacity. I'm going to read the Sabian for this new moon because I think it goes with the throat chakra. And it's a radical magazine or publication asking for action, displays a sensational front page. So some of the key words for the Sabian are speaking one's mind, messages and news that awaken or shocks, the need to reform, gaining attention, speaking one's truth without fear of consequences, and the need for reform. Now, some of the cautions around the Sabian are being argumentative, distortions of the truth, misinformation and disinformation, exploiting situations, overstated messages, old and outworn news. So again, communication being brought up through the Sabian. I can't really emphasize enough speaking your truth at this time. Learning how to speak your truth. Again, I'm going to get more into this. And of course, that Sabian makes me think about the media today and all the non-news, the misnews that comes out. And, you know, if you haven't, do your research about how biased the news is, at least here in the United States. All right, so This new moon, though, isn't necessarily going to be an easy time because we're dealing with a big karmic release. And this is continuing to remove blocks to union and to the embodiment of your higher self, or at least another aspect of your higher self. Like everyone's going to be going up a notch wherever they are on their ascension journey towards embodiment of the higher self. And I feel like this is something that is probably going to take place before your union is going to take place. So you're likely to be feeling blocked around this time, like karmic blocks I feel will be shown to you. And we have some aspects helping this, of course. Now the first one is Mars opposing Saturn and squaring Chiron. So if you think back to last year, and we had that Mars retrograde over the spring and summer, that was very potent time. And Mars and Saturn met in a conjunction at the end of Mars retrograde in August. Now Saturn's karma, life path, and Mars is your drive. When Mars and Saturn are aspecting each other, it's like trying to have your foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. Because Mars energy is like, go, go, go. I want this now. I want to do this. And Saturn energy is like, no, wait, pull back. Have you made sure that you've done A, B, C, and D? Because if you haven't done A, B, C, and D, you have to go back and do them before you can go forward. There's lessons. Mars doesn't want to know anything about lessons. Mars just wants to go. But Saturn's there to make sure that lessons are done before you're able to get what you want. So this is kind of giving you a chance to check in since Mars and Saturn made their conjunction in August and see where you're at. You should have been shown pretty clearly some of the karma that you were dealing with at that time, because remember, Mars went retrograde back into Scorpio, and he was showing you the things that were buried. So how have you done? Have you cleared those things that were shown to you then? If you haven't, now is your chance to do it. And it really needs to be cleared up before you can truly move forward. Remember, karma is duality thinking. And going forward, we're done with duality thinking. And of course, Mars and Saturn in opposition, making a T-square with Chiron. And Chiron is where we can get in touch with our multidimensionality, where we can travel multidimensionally, and we can go back and we can heal that karma. Got to get rid of the old stuff in order to make way for new things. And of course, Chiron is our soul wound as well. So some of the karma that you need to clear up before you can really step forward is some of that soul wound karma that you've been carrying for a very long time. Another aspect that we have is Venus conjunct Pallas squared to Pluto. So where are you refusing to let go around love? What are the karmic patterns that you continue to play out in your relationships? Understanding what true union is. Okay. I want to talk about union a bit, actually, and our manifestation abilities. Just because I want everyone to understand where I'm coming from here. So we think of union, we talk about union a lot as getting together in 3D reality, getting married to your twin, living with your twin, whatever. Many people think that's union and that's where it's all at. But the truth is that you're already in union in the higher dimensions, and this is where your power is at. This is where you have the access to all your knowledge and all your manifestation abilities. You don't need to be in 3D union in order to be creating. Now, I've been talking about how the higher dimensions have been grounding in 3D reality for a very long time. If you go back to my old videos, the ones I did on my old channel, and you go back to the summer of last year, I was talking about this energy then being grounded. This energy that's being grounded, that's actually creating your manifestation, is not coming from 3D unions. It's coming from your spiritual union. Okay, so I want to say this through the myth of Isis and Osiris. Okay, Isis and Osiris, twin flames. Isis is the divine feminine, Osiris is the divine masculine. Now, Osiris is murdered by his brother, Set. And Set cuts his body up into 14 pieces and scatters the pieces so that Isis cannot find him. But she does. She uses her determination, her love, and she collects every piece except for one. And that one piece is his penis. It's his phallus. Or, not his phallus. Yes and no. Okay, so we'll just skip over that. She resurrects him, and they create a child, Horus. But Osiris doesn't have a penis. They create a gold phallus. And so this is showing us that the creative process is a spiritual process. It's not a 3D process. Isis and Osiris created Horus through spiritual energy, wasn't through physical intercourse. It was through the higher energy, and that energy was grounded. So, true union, we're already in true union. And this is what is coming down and manifesting any kind of 3D connection that you have. So another thing with Venus square Pluto. Often when Venus and Pluto get together, it can mean that love has to cause pain, or love is painful. But no, it doesn't have to be painful. We're moving beyond that now. Also deals with power and control in relationships, and recognizing that you really don't have any control here. All right, another big one that I want to talk about. We're going to have asteroid union, conjunct asteroid Valentine. Valentine represents true love, and this is going to be conjunct the South Node. South Node is in Aquarius, and this is going to be going on until August. Union and Valentine are going retrograde. So this is going to be, you know, an extended transit. And we're going to be taking a look at this time at what is holding us back from love. We'll be letting go of many dated, traditional templates around love. It's time to expand our ideas about union, like I just talked about. It's in the sign of Aquarius, which is, Aquarius represents the rebel in some respect. It's ruled by Uranus. So it's rebelling against established customs. And this is allowing us to become more assertive and take bigger risks for love. Going to become more authentic and more powerful through this transit. And I feel that more twins, and especially those twins that are known as the runners, are going to be doing more intense waking up during that time and beginning to see the truth of who and what their twin really is. So perhaps they might get some past life information, past life flashbacks, or just become more tuned in to their intuition. The South Node, when things are aspecting the South Node, it asks us to release something. It's the past. So it could be something that you're releasing that's standing in the way of you opening up to union, opening up to love, where you where you're blocking yourself from your twin. Okay, and then a few days later, June 1st to the 3rd, Venus is going to be traveling around, and she's going to be making some aspects. First, she's going to be trining Saturn. She's also going to be aspecting that Union Valentine South Node conjunction. Then she's going to go on the 3rd to conjunct Uranus. And she's also going to be aspecting Mars by sextile. We have all those planets in the late degrees of the signs. You know, Mars is in Gemini, Venus and Uranus are in Aries, Saturn's in Sagittarius, the North Node's in Leo, the South Node's in Aquarius, Union and Valentine are in Aquarius. And also at the same time, we're going to have the Sun opposing Black Moon Lilith, and Osiris, the asteroid Osiris, is going to cross the Aries point. So, again, this, I'm being told, is helping us let go of the old karma to make way for the new. Be clear in what you want. Relationships, thoughts, addictions. What is blocking you right now? And the reason why we need to let go of this is because we're trying to raise our vibration. And this is for embodying more of our higher self. We're working on increasing our vibration. There are going to be challenges, I feel, in some respect through that. I think we'll see what the challenges are when we get to the cards. But there will be rewards afterwards. And it's a time to really have faith. Still, what you're manifesting is coming. And I think Osiris crossing the Aries point is important for the masculine energy. To me, it's like the masculine some aspect of the masculine is now firmly anchoring itself, manifesting itself in the 3D reality. The masculine's getting a lot stronger now. And we should be seeing full signs of that soon, I think. All right, so let's get to the cards. Okay, Divine Feminine Energy. Your first card is Helpless and Hopeless. This is the Eight of Swords. Okay, so first challenge is having to face your fears. This is where you're holding yourself back. This is feeling those restrictions, feeling like you're imprisoned. You don't know which direction to take, and so you're kind of just stuck there. And this really has to do with your mental energy, your thoughts, negative thoughts holding you back. There are times where you can project this energy onto someone else and you feel like it's that person over there that's causing you to feel these restrictions, but it's not, it's yourself. So, for example, one way that can happen is in a karmic relationship. If you're still in a karmic relationship and you're thinking, I can't move forward because I'm stuck here. This person is trapping me. Or I'm trapped in this relationship. I'm trapped in this situation. I can't move forward. Well, yeah, you can. You're just having limited thoughts. What can really hold you back? If you overcome your mental fears, that's really the only thing that's ever holding you back, your own fears. This is feeling powerless. And this is why it's so important to balance the masculine and feminine energy so that you are feeling empowered. You will know which direction to take. You will know how to free yourself. You will not let anyone restrict you. Karmic relationships, I feel, are big right now. They're big in this, they're big in the energy. Clearing them out. But like I said, really it comes down to you. And your fears causing you not to take action in any direction. And the message that I'm getting for the feminine is that there'll be some negativity. There'll be negative energy around you. This is most likely to be your own negative thought patterns and how they're holding you back. But it could be that there's someone outside of you that triggers this and you don't necessarily see that it's you. You're still placing the blame outside of you. But like I said, it all boils down to your thoughts. Don't let anyone steal your power. And that leads me to the next card, which is Throat Chakra. Throat chakra is big. Communication is big right now. But it's more than just communication, because the throat chakra is about speaking your truth, not being afraid to say what you need to say. Words are powerful. The throat chakra also rules clairaudience, which is hearing, your ability to hear messages from the other side, connecting to the higher dimensions. And it's connected to our creativity as well. So when we are empowered, when we can speak our truth, this is when we can express ourselves fully. This is important for your creative abilities, so your manifestation power, and also for the embodiment of your higher self. Because if you're if you're embodying more of your higher self, you need to speak up for yourself. Your higher self is not going to hide. Your higher self is not going to keep quiet. Your higher self has to express itself. And it's through that self-expression that our creative abilities come through. So say, you know, you have this dream you're trying to manifest. But what if you're afraid to talk about your dream? What if you're afraid to share it with anyone because you feel like you're going to get laughed at, or you're not talented enough, you don't have the strength to do it, you're afraid? How are you going to manifest that? If you can't even speak to someone about it or share it with anyone, that is blocking your ability to manifest that dream. It's a big, important step. And a lot of us have gotten to that point, but you know, if you haven't, now is the time. The angel message for the divine feminine is stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Optimism is also very clear in the reading. And again, it's going back to your thoughts and your words. Remember, your words are so powerful right now. How are you expressing yourself? Are you expressing yourself with a lot of negativity? With a lot of hopelessness? With a lot of I can't, I shouldn't, I won't? Don't let your fears take control. Masculine energies. The first card, Master. This is the Devil card, and you can see we've got our man with his heart imprisoned. These energies are very much similar. Actually, this reading, I don't feel much separation in this reading. The energy for the masculine and the feminine is almost the same, or what's applying to the feminine can apply to the masculine and vice versa, which is a sign to me of how integrated the masculine and feminine energies are becoming. So the masculine is also feeling helpless in a way, feeling stuck. They can't let their heart out of the cage. How can they live from their heart if they can't free it? And this still has to do with karmic blocks. Because remember, it's the Devil card. So what's holding you back? What are you allowing to keep you chained? Karmic relationships, old belief systems, addictions. All of those things are preventing you from moving forward. We're moving into the time of living from the heart. And that has to be freed. Your heart has to be freed. Again, it's like the throat chakra and not being able to express yourself. When you're not living from your heart, you're not expressing your true self either. So letting go of some old karma. Seek the truth. Well, it's funny, like 2 weeks ago we had the card Deception was your message from the romance angels. And now you guys have Seek the Truth, which is deception again. Keeping secrets. Hiding yourself. Divine Masculine, are you still wearing a mask? Are you still hiding your heart away? You're not being your true self. You are projecting an image. You're hiding. It's time to face your truth. And some of this I feel has to do with you hiding from yourself. Like you're not even being honest with yourself at times. You were just thinking you can bury your head in the sand and forget any of this exists, but it's becoming much more insistent. Yeah, it's like the light is coming out. The light is, it's coming, and you won't be able to hide in the shadows for very much longer. The card is a lot about manipulation too, manipulating things behind the scenes, manipulating people. And I definitely think that some of the masculine are manipulating the situation with their twin flame or their divine partner, because you guys aren't willing to speak your truth about it or to acknowledge it in some way. But that time is coming to an end, like I said, because the words that we say are becoming so powerful, and you, Divine Masculine, are becoming so powerful in this new masculine energy. The more evolved masculine energy is grounding more firmly, and you're coming into more balance. And you're going to be ready to shift soon. I'm also being told that you guys are waking up more. Kundalini activations are possible for the Divine Masculine. And clearing away that old karma is important for you guys as well. To allow you to step into your truth more. Your Romance Angel card. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. I don't know if I need to explain anything here. Give it a chance. The energy of union. The overall energy. Well, I've got one card and some Romance Angels cards. So union's energy is shine. Awakenings. Truth. This card really represents truth. You know, things are not clear right now. Things are not clear for the feminine. Things are not clear for the masculine. But they're going to get clear. Clarity. This card is showing clarity coming about. And unions in the 3D can only be built on truth. They can't be built on lies and manipulations and keeping things hidden and not speaking your truth, being afraid to speak your truth to your twin, giving your power away. That's your union's not going to last very long if you're still dealing with all of those issues. So getting to the truth, embodying the truth, is a necessary step. And of course, embodiment of the higher self needs truth. This is also showing more light coming in, embodiment of light, and heart openings. And look at the image on the picture. There's a beam of light coming from her heart. Coming more into our light bodies, as well as our light coming through us. Our inner light is shining through us now. It can't be hidden anymore. For either. You know, the masculine, you can't hide your inner light anymore either. It's a great card. Optimism, you know. And again, thinking optimistically is going to get you farther than thinking in fear and negativity. And knowing that good things are coming to you. This is saying that your manifestation is coming. And I feel that June is going to be really big for that. I mentioned how I've been talking about the higher dimensional energies grounding for a long time. And I feel that this time period, June especially, is when we are going to begin to see things start to take shape. And of course, everyone's on a different timeline. Everyone has their own situation. Everyone's at a different phase. So if you don't get something in June, don't think that it's not coming. But There's some that are ready for the next phase, and they're going to start seeing their manifestation begin to really ground. So the Romance Angels cards about union. The first one is new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Well, this card to me is again speaking to those people that are still in karmic relationships. And you know that there's a new love in your life. And so you have to face the truth of that at some point. You have to let go of the old to make way for the new. I feel like this card could also be representing some kind of rekindling for a portion of you as well. A renewal of love. And the second card is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. The karma, codependency is, common with the Devil card. But it's your fears, your doubts, your old habits. Looking for that validation from other people, giving your power away. Have to get rid of it. And we're getting a great opportunity in this window right now. The goddess that's overseeing the Gemini new moon is Freya, bold. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. Don't play it safe right now. Instead, take bold action in the direction of your true heart's desires. Success comes not from timidity, but from committing yourself fully to realizing your dreams. Hold a clear intention of success and it shall come about. Enjoy the excitement of taking risks, of being bold, and of being daring. And be sure to celebrate your success with a party or by splurging on a wonderful indulgence. So various meanings of this card are take a risk, make a bold life change, appreciate your body, flirt, have fun, and celebrate. So a time to be bold, take a chance on a new start. Remember, new moons bring new beginnings. The Journey of Love card for the feminine energy is devotion to the small. We've had this card a few times already. She bows, she honors growth. She sees that within the smallest flower, there is the teaching of earth, the gospel of Gaia, the mystery of life demonstrated. She recognizes that she too is of nature, subject to the mysteries of growth and life, that is honoring nature and taking pleasure in life. She opens her heart to allow great creation to happen through her. This is the feminine wisdom alive in men and women with open hearts. There is an innate wisdom within you that understands this devotion to the Earth Mother has an important step in fulfilling your spiritual destiny on this planet. She is speaking to you now, letting you know that there is a small change happening, something that is growing within you that you may recognize but not think is important. Yet she tells you now that it's very significant. Soon you will see that what you thought was a seed to yield a single flower is actually blossoming into a lush garden of manifestation. Gratitude and love for the small changes happening are leading you into fullness that you can only dream about. Enjoy. The message of this oracle for you is that your blossoming is occurring now, and the Earth Mother has gratitude for your presence within her being, for the work you are doing to help other human beings. She asks for you to surrender any concerns you have to her, to let her creative power continue to gently guide you into your rightful place in the world, that you may shine as you were born to do in service to the evolution of this planet. She is helping you now. Trust her. So what you're thinking is going to come into your life. What you think you're manifesting is just a fraction of what actually is coming. And many of you, like, you're very limited in your idea of what's manifesting. So for some of you, you might only care about, you know, I only want to be in a relationship with my partner. But that is only a small fraction of what you're going to be receiving. Think bigger and know that everything's coming and be grateful. And the card is letting you know that small changes are making a big difference. So don't think about it in baby steps, one small step at a time, making the changes that you know you need to make. The card for the masculine is the space between the words. When we look for guidance, we often look for words that clarify, reassure, and help us find our authentic path through the chaos. Yet there's also guidance in the spaces between the words, between each letter, between all the happenings in our lives, where there is nothing to be said, where there are no lines to be colored in, where there is just openness. These are the times when we need to freestyle. We need to do or not do based on what is happening for us right in the moment. Often there is far less to do than we think. Often we don't need to think. There is a space forming around you now. Sometimes when we sense the subconscious, we feel exhilarated and excited, anxious and nervous, and not even sure why. There is a sense perhaps that we would mind having a map of this unknown territory, or perhaps we're happy to wing it and make it up as we go. Either way, there's space to just be. It is the receiver for the divine presence. If you have a lot of space of unknowing around you now or within you, then just know that there is a lot of divine presence to be received. It can't be explained really. It happens between the words, and yet without it, there wouldn't be any words, any guidance at all. The oracle speaks to you. Enter the space and let go, for your time to receive is upon you. Both cards talking about your manifestation coming through. And now for the masculine. The masculine, you know, you see the powerful being that you're becoming, and you know that you're part of this bigger picture, but you don't know how. You might not know where you fit in just yet. But you know that it's there. It's like in between the thoughts, you get glimpses of this higher thing that is coming for you. You can't express it in words, but the feeling is there, the excitement is there. A lot of the masculine, you know, you guys are feeling really trapped too, and it's not a comfortable feeling. You want to set yourself free. And I feel like the card is saying you don't have to know exactly right now. Just let it happen. Let go. Let go and receive. Like we all need to do. So you, now that you've heard all the cards, I'm sure you can see how this reading really could be interchangeable for either side, the masculine or the feminine. And of course, you should take whatever side resonates with you. So, yeah, the next few months, I feel, for the whole rest of this year, are going to be very important times. Going up more and more vibrationally. More shifts happening. And needing to let go through all of that and allowing it, it's going to make it so much easier not to resist and know that everything's in your highest good. It's not always easy to let go of the past and to let go of old things, but keep working on it. All right, I think I'm going to end it there. Don't forget that your words are powerful. Pay attention to your words, not just what you say, but your thoughts as well. Again, if you would like help, please join me in Chicago for Twin Flames Together. Contact me for a private reading. I love you guys. Enjoy the new moon. Don't forget to set your intentions, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.